Hello, I'm Dango Rose. Welcome to the Mountaineer Podcast, where everybody's listening. The Mountaineer brings you the latest news of the Peak to Peak region, in print, online, through our podcast, social media, and special publications. Now, listen in to the latest news of the area with our local journalists.
To make us a thing. Every Friday we'll sit in front of the TV. Hey baby, wanna go to New York? We can take a trip, we can make a shot or not.
The song that you are currently listening to is called Every Time. It was written by Finn O'Sullivan and performed by her and Jamie Lammers, yours truly. That's right, I'm doing a self-plug this episode, why not? I've interviewed Finn for the Music of the Mountains segment in the past, so be sure to check out her Music of the Mountains episode and column to learn more about her music career. Check out her music wherever you get your music, and find her online presence at FinnO'SullivanMusic.com. Also, be sure to find me and my online presence by going to my Linktree. That's linktr.ee/animaldoctor. Every Time is also available wherever you get your music. And be sure to check out Finn O'Sullivan's YouTube channel to see me guest appear in 2 of her music videos, Pity Party Thoughts and When the Power Comes Back On.
Hey baby, I'm so confused. I say I don't love you, but I don't know if that's the truth. I don't know what to do. I've got something in my eye every time you smile. I've got something in my eye every time you cry.
Hello there, everybody. My name is Jamie Lammers, and welcome back to the Mountaineer Podcast, where today I'm bringing you a community-centered episode, specifically a local business spotlight. But before we get into that, some preliminary announcements. First, if you haven't subscribed to The Mountaineer yet and you're looking for something new to subscribe to in 2025, then be sure to head to the mtnear.com and click on the subscribe button in the top right corner of our homepage. From there, if you subscribe, you'll get access to our full digital archive and access to scanned copies of the physical newspaper. You can even choose to receive a physical subscription or send a physical subscription to the mailbox of someone you love. In fact, if you haven't subscribed before, then stay tuned to the end of this episode to get a special discount specifically for podcast listeners. Second, if you want to get your advertising in the Mountaineer newspaper or podcast, then be sure to head to the mtnear.com/advertise to learn more about the available options. If you want to ask questions directly, then be sure to email marketing@themountaineer.com or sales@themountaineer.com or call 720-960-2900 to get your questions answered today. And finally, I have an announcement on behalf of myself that ties into the Peak to Peak community as a whole. I have proposed the first Mountain New Play Festival to the Jamestown Mercantile located at 108 Main Street in Jamestown, and it is officially a go. If you're interested in being involved in this new play festival in any way, shape, or form, then you can email Jamestown Mercantile Cafe at gmail.com. Abstracts for plays around 15 minutes long are due by March 15th to that very email. You can also reach out if you're interested in acting or directing. And now, our first guest. Do you mind introducing yourself real quick?
My name is Mauro Gomez. I'm the Director of Operations for Balam Culinary Collective. This is a restaurant group that we have created with Chef Oscar Padilla and Norma Padilla. We are operating 3 restaurants at Freedom Street Social in Candelas. We have Gaucho Parrilla, we have Chulo Taco, and we have Santa Fe, that is a ceviche place. Then we're operating at the moment the Canyon Tavern and Wondervu Cafe, and we have a catering company called A Fuego as well.
So how did Balam Culinary Collective first get involved in managing the Wondervu Cafe and Canyon Tavern? What's the story behind that transition?
It is actually a funny story. So, as I mentioned, we do have a Canadian company, and we have a close relationship with the fire department here in the mountains, and we do a lot of their events. And last September, we're hosting an event for all the firefighters, and a lady came to Chef Oscar and mentioned that she owns a restaurant nearby, and she wanted us to stop by and talk to her. So we went to the Wondervu Cafe, and we tried to talk to her. So the owner wasn't in there, and one of the servers gave us her phone number. So we tried to reach out to her. But the funny story, it wasn't actually Kathy, who is the current owner, but it was Adeline, who was the previous owner, actually, who ran the place for like 35 years. But anyway, we got to meet Kathy and Ted, her husband, and we started having conversations. The goal was to manage the restaurants throughout the winter and then take them over and continue running them as part of Balam Culinary Collective.
That Adeline is Adeline Ortiz Claremont, who started Wondervu Cafe in 1976. Current owner Kathy Ott first purchased Wondervu Cafe in 2021 from Adeline. In 2022, she purchased new business Last Stand Tavern, which was founded in 2018 by Tom and Annette Lambert, and rebranded it as Canyon Tavern. Both businesses serve as her first time owning a business. And the transition into Balam Culinary Collective, managing Wondervu Cafe and Canyon Tavern, is still in process, right?
Yes, so we're aiming for March. Yeah, that's what we have in mind. But yeah, it's been a lot of work in the middle and a lot of conversations with the current owners and trying to figure out what is the best way forward.
Well, what about you, Mauro? How long have you been involved in managing restaurants?
Well, I grew up in a restaurant, so I've been in restaurants my whole life. I worked for hotels around the world. I worked for Starwood and Marriott in the States, in Miami, Boston, Atlanta. Then abroad, I lived in Maldives, Doha, Vietnam. And Doha was where I met Chef Richard Sandoval, who is a celebrity chef based out of here in Denver as well. And that's how I ended up in Denver and where I met Chef Oscar. So I was the vice president of operations for that restaurant group, and Oscar was the corporate chef, and we got to work together and open restaurants everywhere. And yeah, a few years back during COVID, I ended up living in Australia, and Oscar got the opportunity to get the space for Gaucho Parrilla. And yeah, we created a brand together, the concept. And yeah, last year I decided to move back to the States, and we've been working since then building this company.
And how long has Balam Culinary Collective been in operation?
So it's been almost 3 years now. So yeah, as I said, I've been working remotely, collaborating with the creation of the concepts and menus and everything, but I've been hands-on since last year here in Denver.
What's it been like for you, Oscar, and Norma operating multiple restaurants under the same collective and trying to make sure all 5 restaurants in that collective meet the same general goals?
Well, first of all, I think we do have a bigger team. So the 3 of us, we are the main characters here, but we also have a great support team behind us that help us. For example, we have Corey, who is the one running the day-to-day operation at Freedom. So besides the 3 restaurants that we have in there, we also run the main commissary, basically the whole production for the food hall. And Corey is one of those persons who is right behind us, working always with Chef Oscar in menu creation and execution. So yeah, what we do is basically Chef Oscar and myself, we're always like throwing ideas and just going crazy about it. And then yeah, the biggest part is always the execution, of course, and that's when you need a great team behind you to help you execute those crazy ideas. So yeah, the support of the rest of the team is being critical throughout this process. And also the important thing to us is just not repeat ourselves. And that's why, although we have a Mexican concept at Freedom with chulo taco, you will not see the same dishes at Wondervu Cafe. So we want to provide something different. We want the customers not to go everywhere they go, see exactly the same food that we can cook. So yeah, the idea is to provide a variety. And what's been rewarding for you about managing all of these restaurants through Balam Culinary Collective, and especially with Wondervu and Canyon Tavern, working directly with the local community? Listen, I love restaurants. It's been all my life. As I mentioned, I grew up in restaurants. So I think probably turning around a restaurant, it's been, like for example, let's take the Tavern. The last few weeks, we have seen people coming into the restaurant that they're locals, that they live almost around the corner from the Tavern. They told us they haven't been there in 5 years, and they're so happy that we're there, and they enjoy the product so much. So when you hear that from your customers, it just makes you feel so much better. Providing something to people that they can enjoy and they can appreciate it so much, it just fills up your heart. So we have heard a lot of those comments. So we're very happy that we took the opportunity to get involved with these restaurants and work with the team that was there. And yeah, they've been doing a great job as well.
And are there any other goals in general with transitioning into managing Wondervu and Canyon Tavern that we haven't talked about yet?
Well, Wondervu has been a little bit of a challenge. As you know, it's an institution. It's been there for so long, and people are so familiar with it. So one of the things that we tried to do in there was try to bring a little bit more of the authentic Mexican cuisine. What was there before was more of a Colorado, New Mexico, Tex-Mex cuisine, let's say. And we tried to introduce more of Mexican flavors. I don't know how familiar you are with Chef Oscar. He was born in Los Angeles, but he was raised in Mexico City. Yeah, and then, as I mentioned, we had the opportunity to travel everywhere. We've been everywhere in Mexico, and we tried food from all the different regions, and trying to bring those flavors into the cafe has been critical for us, and also the consistency in the product. So that's one of the things that we always work with the team into consistency and providing the same product all the time. That's how people get back to your restaurant. We believe that consistency is the key to everything. So you can have the best product in the world, but if you're not consistent, people will stop going to your restaurant. So that's one of the things we've been working hard with the team and trying to make them understand how important is that consistency. So yeah, the cafe has been a little bit more challenging in terms of that introduction. Some of the people are extremely happy. A few people are missing the old dishes, but we're always open to accommodate those who've been there for a while. And we understand that it's hard to change sometimes. But yeah, the overall feedback has been tremendous. Everybody's very happy. The tavern has been very easy. I think that the food that you used to get there was very basic. It was a tavern food, and we try to elevate it. Our goal is to move into, we want to call it a meat house. We don't want to name it a steakhouse just for the fact that people think in the mind it's going to be expensive. And we want it to be approachable, and we want people to come to the restaurant as often as possible, not only for a special occasion. So those were the things that we kept in mind when we started making those changes.
And are there any other goals in general that you have in managing Wondervu and Canyon Tavern?
I think that it's been a transition for everybody in the team. And one of the things that we discussed with Kathy when we took over the management of those venues was to make sure that we take care of those locals working in the restaurants who wanted to help the community around the canyon. And we made sure that we try to keep everybody in the team. We could bring people from other restaurants or from around the city, but that was not the goal. The goal was to develop those working in there. And we've been working very hard with them, training them. It's been a big transition for everybody, going from a mom and pop type of restaurant to something being run with people who run restaurants in big cities, and it has a lot more procedures and demand a lot more. So I know it's been hard for everybody adapting to the new demands, but we're very happy with the progress that we have seen in there. And we look forward to keep on improving and being able to get a better service, better food quality, and make sure that the restaurants are providing an excellent experience for every single one of the guests that come on board. And that's, I believe, when we feel confident that we're going to be able to move to the next step of that transition. Right now, we're also working on the process of reopening the gift shop next to the cafe, and the goal is to convert that into small market, let's say. We want to have some basic products that people don't have to go all the way to Candelas or Netherlands to buy items, that they can drive 5 or 10 minutes and get some basic things. And the other one will be to have some pre-made meals as well. We can pre-pack green chili or enchiladas or some other food that people can just grab and go and take it home and eat. Not everybody always feels like going and sitting down in a restaurant or waiting for food to be made at the restaurant, so they feel happy just grabbing something on the way to work every morning. So the goal is to have those things available for everybody.
Thank you so much, Mauro, for coming on board and joining us for the podcast.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for calling. I really appreciate it. We are getting to know everybody in the mountains, and I think it's been a great experience. Like, everybody's been so welcoming, and it feels great to be there and part of our community. Everybody's very close. We got help from a lot of the neighbors who are willing to help you just to help. And it feels great to be open opening a restaurant in that type of community where everybody wants the best for you. So we're very happy to be part of this community, and I hope we can give back to it as much as we're getting at this moment.
However, I didn't just want to hear Mauro's side of the story when it came to Balam Culinary Collective and the transition into the new management. There's a second guest that I wanted to talk to as well. Our second guest this week. Do you mind introducing yourself real quick?
Yes. My name is Oscar Padilla. I'm the new culinary director and manager for Back to the House in Wondervu and Canyon Tavern.
It's great to have you here, Oscar. From your perspective, how's the transition been going? How long have you guys been working on the transition?
We start in November the 4th last year. We have a couple months running and making the management for the two places now, trying to do the best as possible and create a new experience and a new vibes inside to the places, inside to the restaurant. For the community. In special, we want the locals, the neighbors, be so happy with the changes, and of course trying to find the best way to create a mountain destination for the tourists that are crossing to make ski or snowboarding, or during the summer people come to make hiking or visit the area, and we think we have a lot of potential to making product a new experience to everybody.
And Oscar, how long have you been involved in restaurants and especially being a chef?
Yeah, 25 years already working and running restaurants and cooking and trying to do my best making food. I started long time ago in Mexico City. I'm from LA. I'm from Los Angeles, California, but I lived for a long time in Mexico City with my grandma. My grandma is my first teacher of cuisine, and traditional Mexican cuisine. And then I start to my career, and I have the opportunity to be in one amazing restaurant and institution in Mexico, Club de Banqueros de Mexico. Is the bankers club. All the owners of banks be right there, and we have private events and we have international chefs. I'm being charged to bring support to there, and I'm start to understand more about cuisine, Then I have the opportunity by the recognized Chef Richard Sandoval to come back to the United States and work with him in New York and then in Denver for a few months. And they gave me the opportunity to be a corporate chef for his company. And in the same time, I meet for the first time with one of my best friends and partner, Mauro Gomez, crazy Argentinian that he's have a lot of amazing experience running restaurants and companies around the world in the culinary side. And after be friends for more than 6-7 years, we think like, we need to create something new by ourselves, and we create our own company, Balam Culinary Collective, and we are inspired in collect all these talents and friends and come to work together. We think like for us it's much better work with partners than with staff or employees. If we found a talent, if we have a friend that they have a lot of talent, we prefer to have their right hand, like a partnership, and we start to run this company, and we have the opportunity to come and bring the best of ourselves and our company to the Canyon. And also I want to make a comment about somebody that is so special for us too. My wife Norma is our accounting director. She's the big boss, she's accounting every single cent and dollar that we have to do something, and she's bringing a lot of support, working in the kitchen, running the company with the monetary, and we feel happy to be here after 25 years cooking and traveling. I feel like I have enough experience, or now we have enough experience to bring a new world of food for everybody here at the Canyon.
And by the way, Chef Oscar Padilla is also a winning contestant on the cooking show Chopped. He won in season 54, episode 7, titled Pig Candy. And Balam has already started transitioning with Wondervu and Canyon Tavern, right?
Already. Right now we have 2 new menus. We've made the first upgrade in the menus for Wondervu almost 2 months ago, and 1 month ago here at the Tavern. In Wondervu, we are sharing with everybody a new menu, more focusing in traditional Mexican food. We love Tex-Mex, all this traditional Mexican-American food, but we think like we have the opportunity to bring something more traditional to everybody. We have a new enchiladas, we have a different tacos from asada meat, we have the incredible nachos, and here at Tavern, we are moving forward to have like a more consistent. We are not looking for fine dining, something like that. We want something comfort, something local. We think like Meat House is a good name to refer to the new tavern. And we have a new menu with local meats like Colorado lamb, bison from Greeley, Colorado. We have local vegetables coming from local farms around Arvada, Turton, Lafayette. And this food is trying to recreate the flavors and the feelings that you have at home, We want people coming to Tavern and Wondervu sit down and tell, you know what, this remembered me, my home, my childhood, or my grandma, something like that. We have specialty burgers with the local bison. We have the bangers and mash with seasonal sausage. A couple of weeks ago, we have El Jalapeno. Then we have a venison with mustard. This coming week is coming bison with blueberries. And every week we're trying to do things like that, you know. We have the soup of the week, and we are trying to do something special for everybody. A couple of weeks ago, we have a Colorado Jack soup. And then we have the snapping turtle chowder. Super good. People be like, oh my God, this looks interesting, and people love it. We're finishing everything in a couple of days. Right now we have the wedding soup, my version of an Italian wedding soup. We have the mountain wedding soup with rabbit meatballs, and people appreciate it a lot, you know. This past week we have the Valentine's menu, and we have a lot of specials, and people feel like, oh my God, it's so amazing when a guest come and they tell us, you know what, I don't visit this place for the past 5 years and I'm living across the street, or you know what, I live 5 minutes from here and I'm come 3 times and I never come back again, and now I come to bring another chance, and it's, oh my God, I want to come daily. It's awesome. It's the same thing with Wondervu, you know. We know sometimes not everybody's happy, but we really trust in our talent, in our product, and we really want to continue moving forward with the actual plan, and a lot of people appreciate it. Hopefully the upcoming changes, the upcoming things that is happening around these 2 properties bring in good vibes and excellent recommendations from locals to the rest of the Canyon or Denver. Why not?
I just talked with Mauro about Balam's goal to make each restaurant its own individual restaurant and to serve a variety of different foods and create a variety of different environments in each restaurant. So I'm curious, what do you hope that people take away from particularly your goals with Wondervu Cafe and Canyon Tavern?
Already we are working in different projects, and we're expecting like in a couple months to provide more updates to the actual concept, you know. Actually, plus Tavern and Wondervu, we have concepts. We've been working with our partners at Freedom Street Social. Freedom Street Social is an amazing place to share with everybody in Candelas, and right there we have Gaucho Parrilla. It's an Argentinian wood fire grill. We have Chulo Taco. It's a combination between Californian style food and traditional street tacos from Mexico City. It's an amazing combination. The first week of March, we are going to open Santa Fe Ceviche. Now, this amazing coastal concept that you have Peruvian ceviche style, or you have aguachiles from Mexico, fresh oysters, coconut fried shrimp. I feel like we have enough opportunities to people discover who we are, where we want to go.
Well, as of right now, what are the next steps in this transition?
The next step, we want to renovate a couple parts of the restaurant. You know, we feel like we had the opportunity to bring a better comfort areas for everybody with a new seat, new booths, new tables, and the changes on menus is coming too, you know, and every weekend we have specials too. And we have promotions, and it's coming special events. We are prepping something for Mother's Day. We are prepping something for Easter. And the rest of the year, we are planning a lot of events, coming live music for the places. And hopefully everybody be happy with these things coming.
Well, is there anything else about Wondervu Cafe or Canyon Tavern or Balam Culinary Collective or your work or Mauro's work or Norma's work or anything else that I forgot to ask about that you want to add?
No, the only thing is like we appreciate a lot all the support. Something we discovered, plus the restaurants here at the Canyon, is the communities so close, everybody together, no, every shoulder by shoulder, and everybody come to bring the best wishes for us, and everybody's coming to, hey, you need something, please tell us. You know, the community is super familiar. It's like they are a giant family, and we appreciate a lot, feel comfort with that, and people appreciated our talent and our new changes.
In that case, I think those are all the big questions I have on my end. Thank you, Oscar, for coming on board and joining us for the podcast. The Canyon Tavern is located at 32138 Highway 72 in Golden, and the Wondervu Cafe is located at 33492 Coal Creek Canyon Road on Highway 72 in Golden. While both addresses are Golden addresses, of course, they're both located in Coal Creek. For more information about any of the parties that were mentioned in this podcast, be sure to head to wondervucafe.com, canyontavern.com, or chefoscarpadilla.com. And a special shout out to Norma Padilla, Head of Finance at Balam Culinary Collective. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in to this episode of the Mountaineer Podcast, focusing on a local business spotlight. If you want to share this episode or others around with whoever you see fit, then be sure to head to the mtnear.com and scroll near to the bottom, or head to our podcast's main hub at the mtnearpodcast.buzzsprout.com to check out our full archive of episodes. If you're interested in being involved in the podcast in any way, shape, or form, then please email me at media@themountaineer.com and we'll get something sorted for you. I'll see you guys very soon with another episode of the Mountaineer Podcast. Have a great rest of your day.
Thoughts of us in times long gone. I'm lying in my bed, wishing things didn't go so wrong. Should have braced myself.
The song that you are currently listening to is called Now That I've Been Honest. It's the debut solo single from Jamie Lammers, yours truly. That's right, I'm doing a self-plug this time around. Why not? I wrote this song through a songwriting workshop hosted by Carrie Miner and Ray Smith of the Colorado duo Strange Birds, who I've interviewed twice on the Mountaineer Podcast. Be sure to check out their episodes focusing on Bird Nest Recording Studios, where I actually recorded this song, and promoting the songwriting workshop as a whole. Special thanks to Ray Smith for engineering, producing, mixing, and mastering the song, and for adding additional electric guitar, bass, and drums to complete the song structure. You can learn more about Strange Birds by going to their website, strangebyrds.com, and you can stream Now That I've Been Honest wherever you get your music. And be sure to head to my Linktree to find many other things that I've done through music and acting. linktr.ee/Animal Doctor.
Understood, but inside I always knew the truth. But that's what I told you. Now that I've been honest, can't you be the same for me? Oh wait, I've forgotten that something you can never be. Why have you been like this, hiding everything from the start? If I'm being honest, I never truly trusted you. Seems that you've forgotten, you've never told me just who you are. Never wanted us both to end up falling apart. Whoa. But we can't seem to stop this train wreck between us, 'cause we keep on breaking each other's hearts. 'Cause we keep on breaking each other's hearts.
And that's it for our show. Subscribe online to get more access to more news, weekly updates to our community calendar, and a link to our YouTube channel by visiting themountaineer.com. Be sure to use the coupon code PODCAST when subscribing for a 10% discount, only available to our listeners. If you are in the local Peak to Peak area, be sure to pick up a print edition of The Mountaineer at a local business. I'm Dango Rose. Thank you for listening.